Good morning, guys. It's October 26th. It's Monday. I know you're expecting a live lesson, and I miss my A group terribly. But I have the opportunity to go to a class today at Teachers College. Well, not actually go to Teachers College, but it's a virtual class where I can learn digital notebooks, which I think is going to help us in light of everything our team is going through right now. I think the paper notebooks, much as I think that they're really important that you're writing by hand, I think that we're probably going to need to go digital. So I, as an instructor, need how to go digital better, and I need some support. So for the next 2 days, I'm going to be doing that. In the meantime, I do have stuff for you to do. Today is prep work for a strategy called Right Longs. And I think now is the perfect time for this strategy. Some of you have already been doing it because some of you really like to think through writing, and some of you aren't really writing a lot at all. So this might be a little bit of a struggle, but what I am here to do is to help you through it. Basically, a right long is taking your ideas that you have, what you are thinking, not a summary, and supporting it, just like we've been doing all along, but supporting it through writing and using that text evidence. And right now is a perfect time. I look at page 134 and I look at everything that happened with Killer Kane, and I have so much going on in my head. So I think the first thing I want to do with you is organize those things that might be going on in your head. So I'm going to turn you, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm a little bit in the shadow, but that is more important. Called making up a classroom as we go. Okay, I'm grabbing a marker. So get your journal out. Yes, you need your journal. Get your journal out. Okay. Now you're going to label and date the page, just like I've done here. October 26th, 2020. By the way, why are most of you not labeling? It's almost November. Okay. October 26th, 2020. This is pages 107 to 134 because really my thinking started there on page 107. I feel like these chapters all went together. Freak the Mighty, capitalized and underlined. It is November, capitals matter, and underlining books matters. And Rodman Philbrick, capitalized, notice again, it's a name, it's his name, he deserves to be capitalized. So I was thinking about the chapters, and oh my God, how exciting was this? Killer Kane, you knew it. You told me you knew it when he came down into the down under and he put his hands on Max and he said that he came back. You knew who it was. And then he took him out into the street and he was talking to him and looking at him and saying, you're a chip off the old block, and then taking him to Iggy and Loretta. And you found out that Iggy and Loretta did indeed know Killer Kane pretty well. Going to that old lady's apartment that smelled like cat pee and like shackling him up with ropes and oh my God, and then saying, I do solemnly swear, I hereby swear that I did not kill this boy's mother, and Max was waiting for lightning to strike. And then ending up going down into the basement, and Loretta, of all people, trying to save him. And oh my God, oh my. And then you've got the whole idea of Freak saving Max with a squirt gun. So I've got so much that I have processing in my brain right now that I have to decide what's the idea that I want to bring to fruition, meaning I want to really write about it and support it. So here's some ideas. I'm getting my sticky pad. I know you love my sticky pads. Mason, don't make fun of me. Okay, here we go. So number one, I think the thing that makes me laugh is that Freak took down Killer Kane with a squirt gun. I find that kind of funny and ironic because the one thing that Graham was really nervous about, she was nervous about them having a real gun in the house and that it would that somebody could get hurt. And instead, it was a squirt gun, a fake gun filled with not even chemicals. Freak lied about it. Filled with, what was it? It was like vinegar and dish soap and cayenne, maybe cayenne pepper. I would have to go back in the chapter and look. So I thought that that was funny. The other thing that I'm thinking that goes with that is I'm thinking about this idiom called brawn versus brains. That brawn is strength, and Killer Kane, certainly being built like a brick house and everybody being scared of him, he has the brawn. But what ran out in the end, or excuse me, won out in the end, was the brains. Freak's brains, the smallest character, the most disabled character, and he and Max together defeated defeated Killer Kane as Freak the Mighty. Other things that I'm thinking about. I heard you guys talking about it. A bunch of you wanted to believe that Killer Kane was innocent. You wanted to. You're like, oh, he's innocent. You believed his story. So I think that one of the ideas, it kind of bothered me that some of you felt he was innocent. So maybe I'm going to put down, why did people believe Killer Kane? Like, what is it about him? Okay, so I have that going on in my head. Other things. So this is a lot of like, this is an action oriented kind of thing. This is an action or event oriented thing. This really has to do with character. So I'm going to start labeling them action, action. God, I hope I'm not ruining my windows. And action, action. And then this really has to do with character. So another thought that I have, and I will take a picture of this for you, by the way, and put it online because I know it's hard to see. The other thing that I was really thinking about was the setting. So I'm going to write setting down. And I thought it was really interesting that the story starts in the down under in the basement. I'm writing down under. And then Killer Kane is defeated in a basement. So what am I thinking there? I'm almost thinking that it was appropriate since he kind of not made fun of, but insulted Grim and Graham about putting Max in a basement, and then he ended up taking Max into a basement to hide him away. I feel like there's something going on there. So here are some ideas that I definitely could talk about. I think that it would be good too for me. Sorry, wanted you to see that. Is to put Loretta. Loretta. I didn't like Loretta. She's drunk. She smokes. Smoking does not make a bad person, but she was horrible to the boys when she first met them. She was mean. She was a bully. Oh my God, there's like so much there. And then it's Loretta to the rescue. So I'm going to put that. That's a character thought. Loretta to the rescue. Of all the characters in the book, I'm going to kind of do it like this. Loretta to the rescue. Are you kidding me? So I've got all of these thoughts. So now what do I do? Okay. I'm going to show you. I have to decide. I'm just going to move this poster, and I'm going to make another one. It's just like the classroom, but different. And I've got a coffee maker. Okay. I'm getting another piece of paper for you guys. So now I've got to decide what idea I have. And I have to decide what idea I really feel strongly about. So I'm going to show you. Ooh. Oh, no, guys. Oh, no. Hang on. I hit the wrong button. Okay. So I want to show you my ideas here. Okay. So I've got that freak took down Killer Kane with a squirt gun. I've got the idea, it really bothered me that people believed Killer Kane. Why would people believe Killer Kane? I've got the Down Under, I've got the Brains versus Bronze, and I've got Loretta. So I really think that I want to work with this idea. Oop, there we go. All right, so I'm going to put you back on my table. I want to work with the idea that it bothered me that there were kids on the team who really, really, really wanted to believe that Killer Kane was innocent. So now what I have to do, my job is to find the evidence, and I'm going to write that down for you, evidence that proves that Killer Kane, we all should have known. None of us should have believed him. So how can I prove that Killer Kane could not be believable? So I do know now what I have to do is I have to take my book and I have got to go back through my book and I have to think about evidence that would support my case that I think it was silly that people just believed Killer Kane, that he was horrible all along. So I think one of the things that strikes me, and it was actually on several pages, is he calls Max boy. Boy. That's why I like reading the part. Boy. So I'm going to put down, he says, everything changes now. So I'm going back through the book and I am on page 101. And there is a quote where he calls Max boy. So I'm going to write page 101 and I'm going to write down, you're going to have the time of your life, boy. And that word boy bothers me because boy isn't Max or Maxwell. Boy almost sounds like he doesn't know his son. Boy almost sounds like he owns his son, like a slave or something. You're going to have the time of your life, boy. Okay, so I've got that one. The other thing that I'm thinking of, so here's my evidence, and I'm going to draw arrows. Can you see that? You probably can't. No, you can see my coffee maker. There we go. Okay. The other thing I was thinking of as I'm looking at the book again, because that's what you're going to have to do. Good readers always go back. I'm thinking, well, there was the scene with the Bible, and Max's dad, it's in the chapter, All That's Holy, and Max's dad wakes up, and Max is like tied up, and Max really can't see his father because it's in the dark, and he places his hand on that Bible, and I'm looking for it right now. Maybe some of you could find it faster than me. I'm putting my hand over my heart. Can you see that? Yes, I can. This is page 113. That's good, boy. There's another one. Now listen up. I, Kenneth David Kane, do swear by all that's holy that I did not murder this boy's mother. That's right. There was another moment I should have put on that chart, the fact that Max, poor Max, as a little kid, um, that he witnessed his mother's death. No wonder why he was so angry as a little boy in daycare. But I'm going to keep going with this. And if that isn't the truth, may God strike me dead. Max says on page 113, because now we know Max knew. He says on page 113, I'm waiting to see if something happens. I'm waiting to see if something happens. And I'm going to do that dot, dot, dot because it keeps going. But that's on page 113. That's like a big hint to me that Max knew that his father was lying. So I'm going to put that here, and I am going to draw an arrow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself notes. Let's see if I can take you over here. First thing, you're going to have the time of your life, boy. I'm going to write a note under that quote. And the note says that boy shows ownership, not love. So I have my idea there that it shows ownership. And then here, where it says, I'm waiting to see if something happens, I'm going to put here, Max witnessed his mother's murder. So he knew that this was a lie. Okay? Now, I'm going to put a picture of this online for you. Here is your task today. This is part 1. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. You are going to pick out 4 ideas, 3 or 4 ideas that you have right now rolling through your head. It could be about, I just thought of another one. Oh my God, Killer Kane tried to kill his own son, right? Okay. So what are the thoughts that are rolling through your head after these amazing chapters? Then I want you to take one idea, the one that you want to talk most about. It's the one that you care most about. It's the one that you need to get out. You're going to do that, and you're going to put it on your second page just like I did. So this is like a 2-page journal entry. And what you're going to do is you're going to take class time to go back through the book to find at least 3. You could do more, but at least 3 pieces of evidence so that I can see what you are thinking. You need the evidence, the page number, and you need to explain it just like I did on my chart. Then tomorrow's lesson, I'm going to show you how that turns into a write-along. I hope that you guys have fun with this. I know it's a writing task and you're like, I hate writing, but the idea that you can analyze and look at the powerful analysis that you guys have done so far in this book in every single class, when you talk about it out loud, it's amazing. So I just want you to, get it out on paper now, okay? Have a great day. Know that I'm thinking about you. Bye.